Oh boy. Okay. I think we're back online. Don't know what's happening with the internet, but... Okay. Alright, we're back. Oh no! We are back. Internet just dropped. Okay. Apologize for that, and I apologize for the extra notification that I'm back online. But I should be actually going to work pretty soon. But let's go ahead and continue to read this. Ah, that sucks. Okay, hopefully that doesn't affect too much of a. I hate it when my internet does that. Okay. All right. Hopefully that doesn't affect the videos a whole lot on YouTube. Shoot. All right. That's actually kind of triggering for me. Okay, we're back. Woo! But we're not back for too long because I gotta go soon. So let's continue to read this. How's it going, Soft? Hope you're doing well. All right. So Zato changes. So Zato got a new move. Yeah. If you're from Twitch, refresh. We're back. Okay. A little bit of an ISP problem there. Story of my life. Okay. Okay, let's read this. Let's push. I can be a little bit. I don't want to be late for work, so let's continue to read this. Wait, Wes, how's it going? Okay, Zato changes. We have added a new. Okay, they've added a new move called Float. Made adjustments to the Eddie life gauge. So Float pulls Eddie back into player's position and can be launched at any time. While Eddie has no hitbox during the launch, his trajectory can be altered with a button, allowing him to be set at various positions. In particular, launching Eddie behind the opponent is a powerful tactic, and it serves as a starting point to offensive strategies. So the Eddie life gauge recovery has been increased. Okay, the time it takes for Eddie's gauge to fully recover after depletion has been reduced by approximately 1.7 seconds. That's an awkward number, allowing for more rapid transition to offense. So Drunkard Shade now is projectile invincibility. Interesting. This makes it an effective countermeasure against projectiles that cannot be reflected. Interesting. Does it need that? Okay. I don't know if it needs that, but it has it. For projectiles that can be reflected, the reflection effect remains unchanged. Right. So, we already read that. The oppose. Okay, so oppose has made changes. Startup has changed from 74 to 73. And the startup of projectile intercepting hitbox has changed from 8 to 7 frames. Reduced horizontal blowback on grounded bounce. Increased float after ground bounce. Expanded proximity requirement forward. Okay, new move, float. Course will go back P. And Drunken Shade got the projectile invincibility. Interesting. Okay, so we read... How does this affect Dizzy's matchup? Not a whole lot. I don't think it affects it a whole lot. This projectile invincibility... I mean, Eddies are already... Or rather, Zatos are already reflecting the fire spears, so it doesn't really affect it a whole lot, to be honest. TBH. So it's gonna further be okay for Zato. Alright, so Leo changes. Brynhild's stance has been adjusted, making it more difficult to enter the stance from low-risk moves, as well as more difficult for him to maintain his turn on offense after a failed mix-up. The opponent will now take upon landing a heavy version of Astronome. I think that's his heavy flash kick. It is. Even if heavy flash kick connects after low-risk moves such as standing kick or crouching, it is more difficult to transition into Okizeme from stance. However, due to the reduced horizontal blowback distance, it is now possible to perform meaty close slash or turbulence. I forget what that move. I think that's just the move where he just goes into stance. Yeah, no more hard knockdown. No hard knockdown for you. During heavy... So heavy during the stance, this is his overhead. Now creates a greater distance between the opponent when blocked. The attack level has been lowered as well. While Leo still have... while Leo will still have an advantage if he cancels after the stance, it is more challenging to approach again to enter close range. Sweep has reduced horizontal blowback, making it easier to cross up with Zeitkalsgustober. I think that's his Berserker Slash. Even after hitting with the far edge of the attack, it will now lead to consistent benefit regardless of distance. Okay, so sweep, horizontal blowback reduced. Flash kick, no more heavy... Wait, what? The opponent... Okay, no more hard knockdown, reduce horizontal blowback after the grounded bounce after... reduce the horizontal blowback after grounded bounce of the final hit. And the super change, as we've seen it before. Yo, Show 10 Co, how's it going? How started fighting? I am a new player. GG started yesterday. What about changes to Unica and Alpha? I want to decide between the two, leaning towards Alpha. I think Alpha is in a better shape right now. Overall, I think Alpha is in a better shape, but I believe Unica will eventually get buffed. So if you like Unica in general, she didn't get very many changes here, but she will get more changes down the road that will benefit her. Unica would probably be better as a starter character. I think Alpha is a better character if you want to do super well with the character. And Korean Deer, thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate it. Sorry, if you want to do super well overall, I think Alpha is going to continually be stronger. Her ceiling at the moment is higher than Unica. But Unica, on the other hand, is a very interesting character, and she's a lot more friendlier to use if you're just starting off with fighting games, for instance. But yeah, I hope you're doing well. Yeah, let's go ahead and speed run this. I have a few more minutes left. So Giovanna, by making less frequently used moves more viable, we expanded her neutral options. The startup of Spiritualatra. This is her. Is her back? This is the back kick? After power up, Chave is faster. I think this is her back kick. Maybe? Or maybe this is her roundhouse. I can't remember. Dog kick. Okay, this is her roundhouse. So it's faster. This allows standing kick, Chave, dog roundhouse to hit consecutively, improving the ward when using far slash or heavy slash as, pokes or counter pokes. Okay, not very many changes here, so we just saw that change. Dog kick after Chave has been reduced in startup. Increase opponent's hit stop to on block only. Okay. Change frame advantage to -5 to -3, so you can't punish it with a quick normal if you IB it. Increase movement speed. Okay. Sol Puente. Giovanna now enters aerial state as soon as the hitbox of the first hit activates. Okay, I don't know what that means. Chave, no longer triggers a blocking post on the opponent. Okay, so block proximity has been removed from it, which I don't think was an issue. Okay, so does it change the matchup against Dizzy overall? Not really. So, it is what it is. I don't think Dizzy did well against her to begin with, but maybe the changes to Dizzy will help her overall. Help Dizzy overall. Okay, Anji. We have adjusted moves with excessively low risk on block. What? We have adjusted moves with excessively low risk on block and added new applications to normals that were used infrequently. Guard crush after Midare. Which one's Midare? I think that's his fish. So is block. Okay, so guard crush duration after Midare, after the fish is blocked. After it's blocked has been reduced. Okay, that now leaves Anji at disadvantage when blocked. Okay, this is good. This has been an annoyance for versus Andy. This is good. And I'll lose your turn in situations after using Suigetsu no Hakubi. Against jumping attack or projectiles when making them block the Madare. Okay, good. Good. Very good. Not good for Angie, good for Dizzy. Blocking heavy slash now gives Angie an advantage on block. Okay, interesting. This adds new offensive options rather than relying on Fujin as before. However, the slower start means you have to choose your timing carefully. So this is kind of like plus R, right? Plus R 2H, I believe, is like level 5. Yeah, the fish is dead. Cook the fish. That's right. Dizzy's fish better. So reduce the startup. made it slower. I mean, increased the startup, change the recovery, reduce the recovery. So big advantage on block. New application for the move. Fish has been severely nerfed. This is good for everybody. I think this is good for the health of the game. Unfortunately, not good for Anji. If you play Anji, I'm sorry. 本当にごめんなさい. Yeah, 2H has a use. Okay, so we already read earlier, so let's move on to Mr. Behemoth Typhoon, Goldlewis Dickinson. So we have emphasized the risks of powerful to difficult to counter moves, reducing the benefit they provide. Jumping D now has reduced active frame duration and smaller frontal hitbox. This is really good. This is like impossible to anti-air. It's actually not impossible to anti-air, but it's very difficult to anti-air. Now it's not so bad, hopefully. It is now more challenging to use directly after jumping and hit with the active frames, and thus easier to intercept. The opponent will now tech upon landing after Behemoth Typhoon. The opponent will now tech upon landing after Behemoth Typhoon. Oh, so you don't get a hard knockdown? Okay, interesting. Oh, this is the mid-air one. Okay, so grounded, or actually Behemoth Typhoon in general now triggers more powerful counter hit effect. Come on. While the changes to YRC make it easier to escape things, there is more time to perform follow-up attack after counter hit, allowing for more powerful combos. Okay, so this is I guess overall the YRC change does affect Goldlewis quite a bit. So not a whole lot of changes here. Jumping D has always been a problem, so they made it worse. They made him less tanky. Behemoth Typhoon, no longer hard knockdowns on air to ground, which is nice. Okay, interesting, good overall. Okay, Fever, are you in the chat? If Fever's in the chat, we're going to be reading Jacko. All right, we have made adjustments to rarely used special moves, making them more practical. Countdown has now a shorter detonation time. This makes it easier to incorporate into okizeme or strings, allowing it to be utilized as high return offensive option. That's interesting. Good. You don't see countdown very often. Defend command can now absorb an explosion of countdown. Interesting. This allows it to be used as an emergency measure to evade evade the explosion. That's cool. I like that. However, if the explosion is absorbed by defend command, the hitbox of the explosion will disappear, meaning it cannot be used to make opponent block while you take no damage. Okay, so I'm imagining if there's already a projectile or a minion close to him that's exploding, and then you have a minion close to you that's exploding, if you defend that, like if you do defend command on the closer one, it doesn't... No, wait, what? That doesn't make any sense to me. I guess you can just use it in panic, like just to kind of give your opponent a... Yeah, if you defend... All the minions are defended, right? Okay, anyway, we'll have to see it in action. I'm not gonna read all of this. I gotta go to work pretty soon here. So you guys go ahead and read it on your own. Link is in the description in the YouTube. Happy Chaos. I got like 7 minutes here. We have adjusted some normals that were strong and neutral while adding applications for less frequently used special moves. Crouching S, less recovery. Sorry, increased recovery, nice for everybody. Increased risk when using it as a preventive for to stop the opponent's approach. 6S, the shove attack now decelerates faster and has reduced range, nice. To hit the opponent with this move, you now need to dash in closer before executing it. Excellent. The clone scapegoat now appears farther in front. Oh, when used close range, the clone will now appear behind the opponent, making it... What? He can do Aegis Reflector? He can create a wall behind you. Interesting. Okay. Does he need it? Probably not. He doesn't need this at all. But anyway, crouching S, nerf. Far S, so rather 6S, nerf. Scapegoat, interesting mechanical change. Moving on. Baiken. Post a link on... You got it. So... Okay. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Hit point game. Hope you're doing well. When did this get... There we go. I'll pin that too. When did we get this patch? We're going to get it a little bit later today, or really late today. Technically not today, actually. Tomorrow morning. Midnight PST. So we have made adjustments to low-risk mix-ups to make them less potent. Nice. Additionally, we have improved the stability of moves that were difficult in certain situations. The down hitbox of the startup of Yozansen has been reduced. While it will still connect as before when used at the lowest altitude, it's now difficult to hit Yozansen after an aerial backdash. Crouching heavy has now reduced knockback when hitting in the corner. Okay, this makes it easier to connect with heavy Kabari after hitting at the far edge of the attack. Higari will now reset commands input upon successful parry. What? Will now reset commands input. This will make it less likely to trigger an okay, so some change now. Yo, Starship Jace. Jace, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Crouching heavy, reduced knockback on hit. Okay, reduced backward hitbox when hitting near the corner. Okay, Yozansen nerf. Higari change makes it's a quality of life change. Not a whole lot of changes here. Overall buff with this crouching heavy slash. I don't know. You tell me. I don't know, Baiken. All right, Jace, you're here now. Let's read the Bridget changes. I got to go to work pretty soon here, so let's go. I got to be real quick. We already read Testament, so let's move on to Bridget. We have now new applications to some less frequent use special moves. Rock the Baby midair can now hit aerial opponents. Oh, interesting. In the hit stun state, making it faster sharp. So we got some interesting air combos now. Rolling movement now deals damage when charged. Interesting. This should have been a change from the start. And combinations to Rock the Baby midair. This improves combo damage in the corner, especially. So heavy slash. So crouching heavy. Reduce knockback on aerial block. Reduce knockback on aerial block. Reduce launch height on aerial block. Oh, okay. So this is pretty interesting. If you catch your opponent blocking in the air and you already have like a yo-yo out, it's easier for you to do like a roll charge. So you get them to block in the air because they're trying to escape, and then you like charge your roll, and then you get like a mix-up. You know, you roll right in, get them to block that, then you do a JD or 2K, landing 2K. So this is good. Rolling movement, so charge damage has been increased, or has been added actually. Rock the Baby. So reduced startup can now grab opponents while they're in hit stun. Really cool. Excited to see what Jace has in store for us. Yo, Burn Talker, how's it going? What's up? We're back. My stream actually crashed twice today. I apologize. So on YouTube it might look a little bit interrupted. So there's two videos on YouTube probably. Part 1 and part 2. This is part 2. If the video didn't like completely partition. By the way, I'm speedrunning this because I have to run to work pretty soon here. And I think we're almost done. We've already read Sin. We've already read Bedman. We read Oscar. We read Johnny. We read Alfalt. Okay. A.B.A. Okay, how much do we have? We got read A.B.A, Slayer, and that's it. A.B.A and Slayer. Okay, let's speedrun this. So, A.B.A. We have made adjustments to limit moves that easily allowed for aggressive offense. Additionally, we have improved usability of throws. Okay, hold on. Let me reread that. We have made adjustments to limit moves that are easily. What? I'm tripping here. We have made adjustments to limit moves that easily allowed for aggressive offense. Okay. Additionally, we have improved the usability of throws, which were difficult to use due to mechanics of jealousy gauge. Okay, weird. The hurt box of frenzy and astonishment during jealousy rage has expanded downward, making it more difficult to evade grounded pokes and projectiles. I need to know what these moves look like. However, it is possible to evade low hitting attacks as before. I think this is her hop kick. Ground and air throw no longer deplete jealousy rage during the animation. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Didn't know that was a thing. This allows for easier use of throws without worrying about the remaining jealousy gauge. This is pretty big for A.B.A, I'd imagine. Okay, so we already read these ground throw and air throw changes. So, of course, I'll go back heavy. Her key no longer, so this is in the air, no longer moves backward when action is interrupted during hit animation. Okay, so she stays close to the opponent, I believe. Aerial bonding and, okay, so aerial key, no, okay, so they just copy and pasted the same thing. Oh, this isn't jealousy rage. Okay, so the hop kick, this is right. Or wait, no. Course like a forward kick, isn't that her? Is that her command dash? Expanded hurt box downward before the attack comes out. Oh, it is the hop kick. Okay, thank you so much. Expand the hurt box down before the attack comes out. So this is like good for characters. You can like, you can poke it. Expand the hurt box downwards. Yeah, this is a nerf, is it not? Okay, wait. Expand hitbox downward, making it more difficult to evade. Okay, yeah. So you can counter poke it with like a 2K, is what I'm seeing. Okay, was it needed? I think so. For Dizzy, this is good for Dizzy. Great for Dizzy. Makes the matchup better. All right. Moving on, Slayer. We have reduced the benefit gained from counter hits on certain moves, making moves that were difficult to deal with more mana. Okay, let's do this. We've reduced the benefit gained from counter hits on certain moves, making moves that were difficult to deal with more manageable. On the other hand, we have strengthened the benefit gained from jabs, making it easier to create openings for minor exchanges. Crouching heavy. This is a big move. Increase horizontal blowback on counter hit. This reduces the reward for counter at that distance. Okay, so he doesn't destroy you from a counter hit close, counter hit crouching heavy. Good for Dizzy. Master's Hammer. This is his command dash, or Mappa, not Mappa. This is his dandy step into the hop, like jump and then guard crush. Increased recovery, along with increased guard crush duration. Okay, weird. This situation after blocks and remains unchanged, but it is now easier to punish if evaded with a jump. Oh, okay, that's good. That's a good change. Good change for everybody else. Attack level has been increased for standing and crouching punch. Damn. They can now combo into Mappa punch, meaning you can initiate your offense off of jabs. Interesting. Okay, that's good for Slayer. Although this crouching heavy attack change is pretty big nerf. Master's Hammer, also pretty big nerf for Slayer. What does it mean for Dizzy? Good for Dizzy. Let's go. It's a buff. Yeah. So Jay says nerf her low crash was too mindless for. That's true. You gotta head to work, fam. Yeah, I gotta head to work right now. So thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it. I apologize for the stream delay, or not the stream breakup. So there's 2 videos probably on YouTube. I'll put proper thumbnails on them at some point, but I gotta run to work right now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll be streaming again a little bit later tonight, so please look out for that. Well, I'll probably be a little bit more cognitive and less like ums and ahs and stuttering, because I am not so rushed. Gotta run to work. You can see the sun beaming in. I'll be here at about, maybe I want to say like 10 p.m. PST for the Lucy waiting room, and then we're going to do a patch analysis. I got my split screen set up here. So we're going to see basically season 5 and season 4 changes live, side by side. So I'll be a little bit later tonight at around I want to say 10 p.m. PST. Or a little bit later. So please tune into that. Hopefully my internet doesn't crap out again. That's so annoying. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time. All right, I'll see y'all. I've got to run to work. My district manager is in town. I got to be on my best behavior. So I got to get ready for work right now. You guys have a good day at work or good day at school. Have a good day. Enjoy reading these patch notes, and I'll see y'all in a bit, I suppose. Maybe not in a bit. I'll see y'all later. Let's go ahead and raid someone real quick. Oh, who do we want to raid? Okay, I gotta send you guys off to someone real quick. All right, who is up right now? Thank you guys so much for watching, by the way. I'll send you all the Lord Knight. Good old Lord Knight. Lord Knight. All right, you guys have a good day. Take care, everybody.